And welcome back, everyone. We're back with more God of War. I'm Brian.
I might be Eduardo.
Every time. God damn it. So...
Well, my identity's being stolen by another Toro.
I know. So this part kind of makes no sense, how we're kind of just stationary while the floor is moving.
Oh, that totally makes sense. That's how
I would have thought there would have been, like, a little bit of a ledge, which, would kind of allow that.
That would make too much sense. That's the problem.
Oh, yeah. You push
I love how he falls on the block.
Yeah, it's like, hey, by the way, here I am on this block. So, our objective is to prevent this block from getting all the way to the end, and I believe there's a crusher on the other end. But surprisingly, this block moves very, very well on a platform whose floor is slatted that wide. Oh, and I also do want to point out, it's like, while you're standing still and stuff, the block does not move at the same rate as the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I think they didn't program that as well as they probably could have.
Probably. Or maybe they had to change it like that because then otherwise it would be like, the section would be balls.
Maybe, but, I don't know. But yeah, we get to this point where we got, some kind of exposition as to what we're going to be encountering in just a little bit, which is basically the Temple of Pandora. But, also we get to see who actually built the temple, which is kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. And a magic horn, which blows away the sand.
It's the movie horn.
It's the
That's
Moses
a Scrubs
horn.
reference.
Thank you. It's the Moses horn.
It totally is. Like, when I saw this, I was like, I need one of these. I'll never use it, but I want it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why you stab the air.
That I can explain. Because as we've been cutting, or as Eduardo has been anyway, been cutting out, me going into the pause menu to upgrade our weapons and stuff, we got a new power, which is basically you do the charge attack, the shoulder charge, mm-hmm. And if you keep mashing the R1 button, you do like a series of attacks with it instead of it just being a means to make your enemies go off guard or whatever. So that's basically what I was doing. I was mashing it, but since I upgraded it, I wasn't used to it, so that's why you see me stabbing midair. Stab the sand. Oh yeah, creepy sirens. Now we have all three of them to contend with again.
Nah.
But actually there's more than three, but whatever.
They just respawn. That's the same ones.
Thankfully, they're actually very easy. Especially since we have the Poseidon's Rage. Poseidon's Rage made this extremely easy.
Yeah, it did a little bit. They track to you. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and thankfully these don't have as much health as the ones that we fought in the desert. So that fight was over obnoxiously quickly.
Obnoxiously quickly?
Yes.
You mean obnoxiously quick?
It could be both. I'm not an English major.
I am.
I know. So we got another horn, another booty horn, and
It's a booby horn.
Oh, booby horn.
Yeah.
I thought you said
because you blow it, it goes boobies.
Mm-hmm.
That was such.
Why does it have claws on it though? I wonder. It's weird.
Yeah. Probably to prevent people from sticking their heads in there. I don't know.
Yeah, because that's what people would obviously do.
I don't know.
But yeah, here's Kronos, the Titan.
I always forget the story of the Titans. Were the Titans before the gods?
Yes, they were. The Titans created the gods. Kronos, I think, was the creator of all the gods, of Zeus and stuff. Like Kronos
maybe that's
Zeus's
why he's stuck doing this forever.
Right, but he was also the leader of the Titans.
Also, where does this chain come from?
Honestly, that's one of those. I don't know.
I was also half convinced when he flew by his ear that he was gonna go into it.
Yeah, it's like, hey, buddy, hear me.
Can you stop, please? Let me get on there.
Let's go to Wawa.
Oh, people don't get that if they don't
live
around here.
Yeah, around us we have a place called Wawa, which is essentially a gas station.
Yeah, it's a gas station convenience store.
But unlike most convenience stores, this place is actually good.
Yeah. It's like a way of life here, really.
Yeah, pretty much. They have coffee, they have sandwiches, they have soup.
Yeah.
They have a large selection of snacks.
It's like the equivalent of like 7-Eleven and Sheetz and whatever other place that lives around you. Or is around you.
usually the buildings that they have, like where they actually make the food and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually quite big. It's actually really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Wawa is delicious. I go there for lunch pretty much every day when I can.
Seriously.
Only because with with canned soup, it's like, oh hey, look, this is seafood or this is crab bisque or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
With those soups, since it's in a can, it's kind of like, there's not really anything in here. It's just kind of like a liquid, and that's how they kind of get you. With the Wawa soup,
it actually is what they say it
yeah,
is.
they have seafood chowder as one of their soups, regular soups, not like one of those, oh hey, we rotate these once a year.
Yeah.
No, you only get it for a week, and then for the rest of the year it's gone. They actually rotate them frequently.
Yeah, it's like I make the same comparison with the mac and cheese.
Uh-huh.
Like I'll eat the mac and cheese sometimes from Wawa, but I won't from anywhere else.
Yeah,
it's just not.
It's not the same.
Yeah, it's not as good. It's like it's not really watery there.
Yeah,
it actually tastes like
creamy.
Cheese.
And,
yeah, it's.
But yeah, with the seafood chowder, like when I get it, I get I have shrimp and scallops and clam bits, and it's good, really good. If you guys live near a Wawa and you haven't tried it,
which pretty much at only like 4 states they can live in that they get Wawa.
Well, I know it's like Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, Maryland, Virginia, and I think Florida opened one up.
Was it in Florida? I swear it was Delaware.
Delaware has one. But
you know what? Let's look this up.
St. Petersburg, Florida, I think.
I'm gonna look up all the states of Wawas and them.
But yeah, if you guys live near a Wawa and have not had Wawa before, get Wawa.
Totally
it's
worth
delicious.
It.
Oh, and yeah, there's this guy who you think should be an enemy, but really isn't.
You think you can conquer the Temple
Which he sounds the least like anyone who should be in this area. So. He sounds like an American.
Yeah, that's what I always thought was weird. Like everyone else, like this has always annoyed me, and it's also something I've mentioned before. But it's the fact that like when they have characters that are supposed to be in other countries or other worlds or areas, they're all American. Like if it's an American-made game, or I mean, it's also indicative of also people who are or like if something's made in England or something's made in France, they get the people from that area who are voice actors. I've always felt like it should be more, like it's the same problem I had with the Disney version of the Three Musketeers. Mm-hmm. It takes place in France, so why is the Cardinal English? Why are the Three Musketeers American and only the Queen is French? I think. Even then, I don't think she is.
I don't really know.
I've always had a problem with that.
It would be problematic, yeah.
Yeah, and that's just my example because
a lot of the time I've seen people make the argument, oh, well, it's a game that's in English or whatever, and it should be done by English speaking people that are native English speakers. It's like, well, well, it's like, but at the same time, you can get someone who has a Greek accent to do it. It doesn't have to be like in the language that it's in.
No, it's just the accent is what's important to me.
That's where you get immersion.
Because at least that's the only part that's important to me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could also argue maybe that it's possible that when you hear a language that you're familiar with, like it is your native language, you hear it as it would. You don't hear the accent, so called.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, unless like you live in the South or whatever, and you have that Southern accent.
That's a very strong accent, though.
It is.
Because we have accents.
Yeah,
it's not as strong.
Yeah, we have not very any accents, to be honest. But
no, listen, it goes somewhere else in the country. Like,
yeah, I know.
You can definitely tell where we're from.
Yeah.
Go further north, and you'll hear differences and all that.
Yeah, my mom works for an international company, and they have offices in Georgia and stuff like that. And every time she goes on a conference call with people from Georgia, they're like, "Wow, you guys talk really fast," and I'm like, "Well,
I don't think we talk very fast."
No, you don't think it, but when you actually like hear someone speaking, you really do speak quite quickly. All things considered.
I don't know. I still think we talk really slowly.
Yeah.
But on the topic of region, the states that have Wawas in them.
Okay, because we're going back to Wawa.
Exactly. that they are Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, and Florida.
That's what I said.
I think you left out Delaware.
Well, I said Delaware, and then originally when I first went through
I
the
think
list,
you
yeah.
missed one, but but just to be clear, in case you did miss one,
We have proof.
well, yeah. I mean, we're not going to look through it now, but
Right now,
that's-
stop recording. We're gonna go find
we're
it.
going to look back. No, but that's those are the
Yeah,
official.
Florida
states
was the
there.
weird one. I remember when they announced that they were doing one in Florida. It's like, hey, okay,
If there's a market there.
well,
why not?
yeah, which makes sense because I guess if you think about it, if you live up in our area, a lot of people will go down to Florida. Like, I know people that have houses down in Florida, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, well, okay, I guess that makes sense if they're going to vacation in Florida for the winter.
Oh, the one you had wrong because you said New York.
Oh, that's right. I
That's
said
what
New York,
you said. Yeah, New York was wrong because I'm looking up a little bit here and that they're mostly concentrated in like the Pennsylvania, New Jersey border,
Okay.
like South Jersey, southeastern Pennsylvania, because that's where their headquarters
Yeah.
is near
in-
Philly.
Yeah.
And so, but apparently in the 90s they originally wanted to expand to New York, but they abandoned that. So now
Okay.
that might explain why they're going southwards, because there probably isn't a market for it up north.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I remember. I think it was what Aaron on Game Grumps mentioned Wawa, and I'm like, yes,
He gets it.
local.
He gets it.
Because I think what is it? They were from Philly or something like that, or somewhere around there. Like they lived in near Philadelphia or something like that at one point.
Well, you can really see the this is I mean, you guys won't be able to see it, but there's a map that I'm looking at right now where you see the scatter points, and it's very densely populated. Like, it's very southeastern Pennsylvania and southwestern New Jersey.
Yeah.
Very densely populated. And then you have a lot of coastal
Yeah.
ones, which makes sense as well, because the Jersey Shore is a big destination for a
Yeah.
lot of people. Less so for me. I feel like I don't
wouldn't.
I don't like
I'm not
going
a-
to the Jersey Shore.
I'm not a beach person.
Yeah, I'd rather go to like Delaware or Maryland or something. But to each their own, really.
Yeah. Oh, and these letters light up. I have no idea what they mean.
I thought I was trying to spell something.
I'm not. I don't speak Greek or read Greek, so I don't know what that is. If you guys do, tell us.
I don't know. I can't
Don't
say
even
that.
don't even try because you
Hey,
get
Greek is close to Spanish.
not even.
You'd be surprised. You would really be surprised.
It's not that close.
Okay, do you know Spanish?
I took 3. I got it to Spanish 3 in college.
Okay, you know who's a native speaker?
Yeah, well,
Who understands it?
do you know Greek?
No,
All right.
but I can understand lots of Italian as well. I don't speak Italian.
Italian, Spanish, and French are the 3.
I can understand a lot of Portuguese too.
Those are all pretty closely related.
So is Greek.
Greek really isn't.
Greek is.
No, it's
Greek-
not.
Look,
It isn't.
Greek is very. Look, there's plenty of Greek that I can understand. There's just there are tons of words that also are very different. There are some words that are very similar.
It's not the same.
And no, I'm not saying it's the same. I'm saying it's similar.
Fine, whatever. It's
Yes.
similar. I don't give a shit.
You do care.
No, I don't.
You mad,
Shut
bro?
up.
You mad?
Anyway,
He mad.
We'll come back with you next time with more Pandora's Temple. See ya.
He mad.